Okay, so I'm going to show you how to install antivirus on a Windows 7 computer. Most computers come with some sort of trial period of an antivirus installed, and customers frequently choose to install a different type of antivirus. I recommend not using any of the free antiviruses that are online because you tend to get what you pay for. But most people make a huge mistake in that they install their new antivirus over the existing one. And in order for antivirus to work correctly, first you must uninstall any antivirus that is currently on your computer. So I'm going to show you how that's done. First, go down here to the Start button, click it, and go to Control Panel. So in the Control Panel, you can see lots of different settings, but the one that we're going to use is on the Programs, and it says Uninstall a Program. So I click that, and it's going to show me all the programs that are installed on this computer. So what I want to do is look for my antivirus program. Now, your antivirus program may be Trend Micro, or it could be the WebRoot, but Norton 360 is installed on a lot of computers that come with some sort of antivirus. So on this computer, it has Norton, so I'm going to click Norton and click Uninstall. This is going to bring up the Norton Uninstaller. So it gives you two different options. One is if you plan to reinstall the Norton, it's going to keep all of your settings. And the other one is if you don't plan on installing Norton. So I'm going to click the one for not planning on reinstalling Norton. I'm going to click Next, and that is going to start the uninstallation process. So now it's going to uninstall, and this could take a few minutes. Okay, and then once Norton is uninstalled, it's going to ask you to restart the computer. So just click Restart Now, and that will restart the computer for you. Okay, now that my computer has restarted, I'm going to put in the copy of Kaspersky that I bought. I recommend Kaspersky. It's a great antivirus, gets good reviews, and I'm installing the internet security version. With most antiviruses, you have a choice between just the antivirus anti-spyware or going with an internet security package or a pro level package. I recommend the internet security package and pro level packages because they offer much more protection, including better parental controls than what Windows 7 comes with, better spyware protection, and in general just a much better and more secure computer. So I'm going to put the CD right in the slot here. It's going to come up and ask me if I want to run the program. I'm going to click on it. Now it's going to launch the Kaspersky installer, and I'm going to click on Install Kaspersky Internet Security. Now this is going to take a while, so I'm going to speed up the video. Okay, now it popped up and told me that there's an update, which will happen a lot of times when you're installing software off of a DVD. So I'm going to click Yes. So it downloads this update over here. Here's the update right over here. I got to hit Save. And it says that a file already exists. Do I want to replace it? I'm going to hit Yes. Now it's going to establish a connection and download that update for me. Okay, finished downloading the newer version of the application. I'm going to hit Next, agree to the user agreement, and then click Install. Okay, and once that's done, it's going to ask you to enter your activation code. So I'm going to put in my activation code and click Next. It's going to connect to the activation server to make sure that everything works correctly. Now you have to enter in your email address. So I'm going to enter in my email address. And once I filled out that information, I'm going to click Next. It's going to connect back to the activation server. And then once everything happens correctly, it's going to say that the activation was successful. Click Next. So now it's going to look at all the applications that are on your computer, so it can build a trusted list of what applications can access the internet. And then it'll give you an option to start the internet security. So I'm just going to leave that checked and click Finish. So when you first install it, the databases are going to be obsolete, and you'll see that there's a little exclamation point down there. So I'm going to click on it. It'll bring up the dashboard. And anytime there's a problem, it's going to ask you if you want to fix it now. So I'm going to click Fix It Now. And you can see over here that it's going to start downloading all the updates. So while this is updating, I'm going to show you around the dashboard. The first tab over here is My Protection. And you can see over here that there's a space for files and data, system applications, and online activity. I'm going to click Files and Private Data. And this comes up basically with all of the items that it's protecting. So what it's looking at for online threats, for system security, and then also for files and private data. For security zone, it's going to show you how many applications that you have that are trusted, and then how many are restricted or untrusted. Scan My Computer is where you can scan your computer. You can start a full scan, do a quick scan, and then you can also select what objects that you would like to scan. And then in Security Plus, that's where you can set up a couple different things like create a rescue disk. So if your computer gets infected, you can boot it from the rescue disk and have it scan and try and remove viruses. You can also create a virtual keyboard that protects personal information and passwords from keyloggers. And you can also open up and configure the parental control. And the parental control in most of the antivirus programs is actually better than what comes with a Windows 7. So you can enable a parental control. You see over here that I do have a child account. So you can actually change the level of control, depending on what kind of account it is. If we go over here to settings, you'll see there's a lot of different things. So you can have, so over here by child, you can set up the settings for a child for, when they can use the computer, lots of different options. Same thing with teenagers, and then for the parent as well. And you can enable different programs depending on what you want the child to be able to see and use. So it is very useful, and it's not something that comes with a basic virus protection program. So right now you can see that the update's almost 100% done. It's already downloaded. Now it's just installing the update. Okay, and now you can see that the update is done and everything is working well. So you can also set up a schedule to perform different tasks at set times if you go to settings, and all antivirus programs can do this. So you can have it check for updates at specific times. You can set specific times for scanning, like for full scanning or for quick scanning. So I recommend that people set this up. That way they know when their computer is going to be scanned. So that's how you uninstall antivirus and then reinstall antivirus. Hope this helps.